Welcome guys to another tutorial. This is your math exam coach. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. If you're a returning viewer, make sure you share our content with others as well so that we can help as many people as possible. Today we have an identity tutorial. So we're given that prove that sec 2 theta plus tan 2 theta is equals to sine theta plus cosine theta over cosine theta minus sine theta. Right. So we're gonna need to know a number of identities in order for us to solve this question. What I would like to do is, like, before we jump into the question, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you'd want to try this question on your own before we jump into it, simply pause this video, work it out on your own, and then press play again once you are ready. Awesome. So let's jump into it. So here we're going to focus on the left hand side because that's what we want to show. So we're going to focus on sec 2 theta plus tan 2 theta. So when you look at a question like this, it's important to note what the question is trying to show us. So here we see that the right hand side here, the right hand side is in terms of sine theta and cosine theta. So that gives us already a clue on the direction that we should be headed. So we want to be able to express sec 2 theta and tan 2 theta in terms of sine theta and cosine theta. Alright, so let's do that. So what is sec 2 theta? So we know sec theta is the same as 1 over cosine theta. So sec 2 theta is the same as 1 over cosine 2 theta. And what is tan 2 theta in terms of cosine and sine? So we know that tan is the same as cosine theta. It's the same as sine theta over cosine theta. So this becomes sine 2 theta over cosine 2 theta. Alright, so what does that mean? So that means the right hand side is 1 over cosine 2 theta plus sine 2 theta over cosine 2 theta. So here, this is the first expression that we get here. But here, clearly we are not yet done, right? Because the right hand side is in terms of sine and cosine. And so that means we need to use cosine. We need to define what cosine 2 theta is and what is sine 2 theta is. So we know these identities. So we want this to be, so this is equals to 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. And this is sine 2 theta is the same as 2 sine theta cosine theta. We'll do another tutorial at some point where we can derive some of these identities, but for now we're just going to use them the way we're given those. So let's go to the next slide so we continue. Right, so we said the left hand side is 1 over cosine 2 theta plus sine 2 theta over cosine 2 theta. and we saw the identities here. So this is we can rewrite this as where cosine 2 theta is the common denominator here. So this becomes 1 plus sine 2 theta. But there's something that we know about 1. We want to express 1 and sine 2 theta and cosine 2 theta. So we have 1 plus 2 sine theta cosine theta over 2 cosine squared theta minus 1, right? But there's an identity that we know that is centered around 1. We know that 1 is equals to cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta. So we can use that. So we can continue here and say this becomes cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta plus 2 sine theta cosine theta all over 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. So once we get to this stage, it's now just a matter of doing some simplifications, right? So we can rewrite this as cosine squared theta plus 2 sine theta cosine theta plus sine squared theta all over 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. So we have that. So now how do we move from here? So again we have cosine squared theta plus sine squared, not sine squared theta, we have this expression now, 2 cosine theta sine theta plus sine squared theta all over 2 cosine squared theta minus the same thing we did above. We know what 1 is. We can express 1 as cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta. Let's go to the so this simplifies to, let's go back, let's go to another slide here. So once we rewrite that, now we can have sine squared theta plus 2 sine theta cosine theta plus cosine squared theta all over. So we have 2 cosine squared minus cosine squared, so that becomes cosine squared. So we have cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta. Alright, so what do we have here? So we know this this is similar to, we've seen something like this. So x squared plus 2xy plus y squared all over y squared minus x squared, right? So we know how to factorize something like this. We need to find factors that we can multiply to get x squared y squared and get a sum of that. So we know that we can rewrite this as sine squared theta plus cosine theta sine theta plus cosine theta sine theta plus cosine squared theta all over y squared minus x squared, this simply translates to x minus y, no, y minus x. Let's write that in a clear way. This is similar to y minus x multiplied by y plus x. That's what that gives us. So here we have cosine theta plus sine theta and cosine theta minus sine theta. The same here, the first one we can factorize here, which is sine theta. So now we have sine theta plus cosine theta plus, we can do cosine theta here. It's going to be sine theta plus cosine theta all over cosine theta plus sine theta cosine theta minus sine theta, which we can write the numerator here as sine theta plus cosine theta sine theta plus cosine theta all over cosine theta plus sine theta and cosine theta minus sine theta. Let's continue on the next slide. So what we have here, this is a continuation of the left hand side. So just remember what's still on the left hand side. So we have cosine theta plus sine theta cosine theta plus sine theta all over cosine theta plus sine theta cosine theta minus sine theta. Right, so here we can already see that this cosine theta can cancel any of these cosine thetas plus sine theta on top. So what we're left with is cosine theta plus sine theta over cosine theta minus sine theta. Alright, so is that what we have here? So we have sine theta plus cosine theta minus sine theta. So we have shown that cosine theta plus sine theta over cosine theta minus sine theta. Awesome. We've gotten to the end of our tutorial. If you like this tutorial, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share with others as well. Until another tutorial, goodbye for now.